Welcome to the Latinx Kidlit Book Festival. My name is Gume Laurell III, author of Aboard Starlight, and today I'm going to be sharing a 5-minute craft. Today's 5-minute craft is all about verse and poetry. Let's kick things off with the essential question: how to use setting as a catalyst for emotional arc. And before we get started, let's go over some key vocabulary. The first word is setting, and setting means where your story or your poem takes place. Next is the word catalyst. A catalyst is a person, event, or substance that triggers or accelerates change. Think of it like baking soda and vinegar. Baking soda by itself is powder just sitting there, but when you add vinegar, vinegar becomes a catalyst to cause it to be explosive and bubbly. Next is the word poetry. Poetry is a form of writing. It uses rhythm to create emotions to tell the story. The next word is verse. Verse is just another word for poetry. Then we have novel in verse. A novel in verse is a story told through a series of poems. Next up is stanza. A stanza is a group of lines in a poem. The way that novels have chapters, poems have stanzas. And our last vocabulary word is symbolism. Symbolism is when you use objects, colors, and other items to express a message. And for today's craft, I'm going to be using an example from my book, Aboard Starlight. Aboard Starlight is what's called a verse novel. Aboard Starlight follows the story of humans after they have escaped enslavement by AI. They are traveling the cosmos looking for a new place to call home, and while they do, they are uploaded into a simulated reality called Starlight. And we follow the story of Gume Laurell, who is a teen there in Starlight going through different worlds. And on page 94, we get to read about his experience traveling to one of those worlds. A cityscape before me. Skyscrapers formed from fuzzy white walls of mushroom roots draped in moss. They pierce lavender skies, midnight blue clouds. Soft yellow haze fills every window. Mushrooms sprout from the skyscrapers. They release tiny spores that glow cyan and ride the misty air like pin-sized candles. They collect in the waterways flowing between buildings. So right off the bat, we see some examples of stanzas. Here is stanza number 1. Are you able to identify stanza number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6? What about 7? Now remember, today's essential question is how to use setting as a catalyst for emotional arc. And how that question connects to what we just read, the setting, the descriptions of it, create emotions in the reader. Let's look at one example. In stanza number 1, it says, fuzzy white walls. When I say fuzzy white walls, how does that make you feel? Fuzzy, that really gives us the idea of something that is softer, maybe even squishy. It makes me think of like a squishmallow or a plushie. And so that makes me feel comfortable and relaxed. And that description causes the reader to feel a comfort in that setting. Next, let's look at the second stanza. It says lavender skies. Lavender is a light purple. A lot of the times it's associated with the scent lavender, which makes people feel calm and soothed. And so with the second example, lavender skies, it helps the reader feel like this setting is a safe, calm, relaxing place. And we'll use a third example from the 6th stanza. It describes the waterways as flowing. Now, if the waterways were discussed as rushing instead of flowing, rushing would make us think that it's moving quickly, whitewater rapids, maybe even a little bit dangerous. But instead, it describes it as flowing. It gives us this imagery of just water moving smoothly and calmly. And so with the setting descriptions in these stanzas, with fuzzy walls, lavender skies, and waterways that are flowing, it gives us this emotion of calmness, relaxed, like this is a safe space to be in. It assures the reader that Gume Laurell, the main character, while he is in this space, he is safe and there's nothing really to worry about. We see the descriptions of the setting as a catalyst for the emotional arc. What are some other examples from page 94 that cause you to feel that peaceful, emotional setting? And now it's your turn to create a world in Starlight. On a piece of paper, write out a list of items that you would find in your Starlight dream world. And consider, is your world scary? If your world's scary, then I would imagine there'd be like sharks and snakes and other scary animals, maybe a T-Rex. Or is your world relaxing and calm? Whatever emotions you want the reader to feel when reading about your Starlight world, make sure to put items that reflect those emotions. Once you have your list completed, on a separate sheet of paper, write out stanzas describing that world. The same way we see on page 94, have every stanza describe one of those items. Hit pause here and get to brainstorming. Or save this activity for later, and check out the rest of the Latinx Kidlit Book Fest craft series on our YouTube channel. We can't wait to see you at the festival. Happy writing!